Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, here we are again, another episode of Let's Talk Battle Rap. Today I got some special guests, man. Here to my right, I have my co-host. Name is Melodic. I'm gonna let him plug himself because he's one of my best friends, spoken word artist. Melodic, introduce yourself, man.
Yo, you already know it's Melodic, bro. I'm from everywhere, dog. I lived everywhere from the Bronx and Wash Heights. I've been watching battle rap since Too Raw for the Streets. Yo, it's been that deep, so it's like I'm a big fan of this, and I'm a spoken word artist at that. So if you guys want to follow me at M3L0DIC, you could catch all of my stuff there. So get acquainted.
That's what's up, man. And to my left, man, I got the pleasure of seeing this guy at Country Ground Battle League, WesCrav. Everything golden, sci-fi. Plug your shit, man.
You know the slogan, everything golden, WesCrav. I'm in here, man. First of all, I want to thank y'all for having me. Then I want to tell the fans, if you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram at trippy_the_brown_hippie. That's Trippy the Brown Hippie. On Twitter, I'm TripSetWest. Yeah. Oh, that was West, not West. No T. Let's make
No
sure
T.
Let's make sure to clear that
Why'd
up.
you spell it at the T?
Well, it's Wes, like Wes Craven, you know. Wes Craven's inspiration of mine.
Favorite director?
Yeah, favorite director. You know, I went to school for acting. So I was really heavy. Yeah, I was really heavy on.
What school was that?
I went to Repertory High School for the Theater Arts. Yeah, I know it should sound crazy. I'm probably gonna get my ass cut for going to Performing Arts High School, but you know, whatever. You know, I should hone the skills. You know, it makes me comfortable in front of people. Yeah. That's why I'm able to go up there and be like, crowds, doesn't matter the size of the crowd, let's go. You know?
Crowd's a
you know?
crowd.
Yeah, crowd's a crowd.
How did that lead into you battle rapping?
So I did spoken word poetry. For Urban Word.
Nice.
Urban Word when I was in high school. I started there, and then I was doing music, you know? I was putting
What
out
year
music.
was that, by the way?
Oh man, you go give away my age. Damn. Nah. but this is like 2005, 2006, you know, that I was doing the poetry. And then I was putting out music. But you know, it was like maybe like 9 years putting out music, you know, from SoundCloud to, I'm talking about anything that you could have put music on, like MySpace music. We had SoundCloud. When SoundCloud first came out, it wasn't even as social media based as it is now, you know. It was just that platform.
Wasn't as advanced.
Definitely wasn't as advanced.
You
You
gotta pay
know?
for it now. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it was crazy. I remember, like, MySpace, they only let you put 5 songs. So, you know, you was putting 5 songs in rotation. It was like...
You had to put your hits.
Yeah, you had to put the hits out there, you know. So that's when I was really... But getting a buzz, you know, I was doing, like, showcases, underground. But everything, it remained underground for so long. And, like, I had, like, a very local fan base. And I was like, yo, how do I step this up?
So how did you go from spoken word to battle rap,
though? So I would just say it's just a transition. And, you know, all right, so spoken word, you know, it was more about, like, when I went up there to, like, tell stories, enlighten people. You know, I at the time of when I was doing spoken word, George Bush was our president. So George Bush was, like, the fuel of the fire, you know? Yeah. Like,
that was crazy.
So... Thanks to him, you know, I was real straightforward when it came to the spoken word. So when it came to battle rap, it was the same thing, you know. It's just you take your opponent and you bring him down, just like you take a topic and poetry and you break it down, you know. And
analyze it to death.
Analyze it to death. That's exactly the point.
When was your first battle?
Sheesh. All right, so. Damn. All right, so my first actual battle rap, like that anybody was there, I was maybe like. Yeah, I had to be like 15, and it was on my block. I battled my cousin Madison. And when I say he smoked my boots, yo, first of all, it probably was only 2 rounds. Yo, it was bad. Like, I went up there, I freestyled the whole thing. Like, you know, you have a couple of ideas, so you say those first. So 6 bars in, I was killing him. Then I got to that 7th bar and I started freestyling. Yeah, so he whipped my ass, you know, and it taught me a lesson. Now, I'm not gonna lie, so I was always like kind of chasing him, you know. It was good. I had family. My older brother rap, my cousin rap. So it was like, man, I gotta be better than you motherfuckers. You know, that was always the point. Yeah, so that was the first battle rap. But on camera, I battled.
For a league, yeah.
Yeah, so I would say I battled on a league I used to have, called All Bars Rap League. League I actually used to run, and I battled. My first battle there was my boy Desert Eagle. Desert Eagle actually battled on Coliseum. He's battled on Beast Mode, you know. Desert Eagle been around, you know. So that was my very first battle on cam. But for like a known league, that would be the Trap. I battled Jay Scott.
Okay.
Oh no, bullshit. Ice Cold. You see, man, if Ice Cold hears this, he's gonna think I tried to skip him on purpose. Because Ice Cold washed me. I would, yo, I'm gonna keep it a bean, yo. I take a L. Listen, I'll take a L, yo. So both of our opponents ain't show up, right?
Okay.
So we there like, nah, fuck that. You know, we here to put on performance. Word. So I'm like, yo, I heard his accent. I looked at him up and down. I'm like, yeah, throw him in the ring with me. I'm gonna go in there and watch him. I go in there joking around. Like, oh, boy.
It ain't that simple.
It was disgusting. 3-0. I would say he taught me a lesson. He taught me a lesson.
You was running a league before you kind of got polished.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So what made you run it before even?
So, all right, initially, I contacted a couple leagues, and leagues were trying to make me pay for my first battle because I had no footage. I don't want to say the leagues.
Fair enough.
Only because, I didn't actually battle on them platforms. Okay. So it was like, I don't want to make it seem like they were doing bad business. They were doing what they were supposed to do, Okay. So I ain't had no footage. They wanted to see some footage. So the point was just get some footage. I'm like, well, I got friends who like rap. We go get everybody together. Find somebody to battle, and it was crazy is that initially I was going to battle my cousin Madison. We was going to do a rematch, Yeah. Like, I'm going to write this time, like, I'm ready for you, yeah.
Right. Get him on camera, leave the other one.
But he don't really battle rap, it wasn't really his thing, So, long story short, Desert Eagle stepped up, so me and him started the league together, we were really running things. We had a couple people in the background who really held shit down. We was doing community centers. We actually threw like 4 events. We had one event that it was so crazy. It was like every bar the crowd's blowing up, but it's like 117-year-olds. Like this shit. It was like the worst battles ever. Like the battles are good, but you just couldn't hear them. It was like, oh man. But we got some really good battles. Tower. I don't know if you guys know Tower from Coliseum.
Yeah.
Battle League. Me and Tower battled on that league.
Nice.
Blake Winter started on that league. If you follow
you.
Blake Winter's Arson Ave started on that league. So there's a couple. I had a couple killers with me, man. If we would have kept going, but it's not easy. Shit is not easy business.
Yeah, it's never easy, bro.
No, not at all.
From there, your first battle in the league was in the trap,
yes,
right?
Sir.
And they specialize in recruiting talent, especially in New York and all over, to kind of bring them into the more main stage of things.
Fact.
What was it like for you when you had your league recruiting talent, and then what was it like when you finally got recruited?
Well, I'll say recruiting talent was it's pretty difficult. I would say a lot of times you meet a rapper for the first time and like the first verse you hear from them might be the best verse they fucking got. So they might wow you. So I've met a lot of people who wowed me. Like I'm like, yo, this dude's fucking dope, and then I bring him in front of everybody that he's supposed to rap in front of, and he's not that dope. It's like
kind of like the Kendrick Lamar syndrome for battle rap versus the mainstream.
Yeah, that's a really good fucking.
Yeah, no, because that's what Disaster said when they had doing the thing in LA. Right, Kendrick. Apparently he was
got booed.
He got booed.
Yeah. I mean,
couldn't do it.
I can imagine. Actually, there's actually footage circulating of Kendrick Lamar battling somebody.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, I didn't check
Dusty
that out.
braids and all of that.
That's just crazy.
I mean, that was what that was. But so recruiting talent is a difficult process. I would say I met in 4 events. I met like maybe like anywhere between like 70 to like 90 rappers.
That's a lot.
And meanwhile, while you're still trying to get on.
Yeah. I met a bunch of these rappers. First of all, like to say no to people when you're not anybody. We was just building, and there's still people we had to say no to. It fucking sucked.
I think that's the New York syndrome, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
you can't throw everybody on camera because at the end of the day, we were building our look. We had a consistent spot. We did a couple of outdoor events, and then we found a consistent spot. We were able to do indoors. We were able to do free events. It was a little bit different of a format,
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, 70 battle rappers, and I fucking found 4, maybe 5.
Wow.
And I'm not gonna lie, we had other dope MCs because we threw ciphers also.
That's less than 10%.
But it was fucking terrible numbers, And then at the end of the day, it's like, well, I give y'all a couple of battles, y'all got footage. Now take this footage and go to other leagues. Tell them like, hey, here, look, I got footage.
That was like, all right. I don't want to discredit call the D League, but that was like the build up to get to the D League. Then get to the main league. So if it's less than 10% to get to the D League, what's it like from D League to main league?
I mean, you know what? It should be harder though. That's the problem. But I feel like at our level, we were weeding talent out so early that like look at who ended up going to battle leagues. Like the 4 rappers I named are like really good fucking battle rappers. not all are very active. I would say Blake is the most active out of them, but I mean myself, Blake. I mean that right there, those two.
Tower was active for a while.
Tower was active. Actually, Tower is coming back.
Okay.
Yeah, Tower has a Coliseum match happening. Yeah, really soon. And I think Desert Eagle also has a Coliseum match coming soon. So, he actually has footage that's gonna drop. So, yeah, he got a lot of good things going on. But, it got to be crazy because I would say like leagues, especially it's odd. So I think a league like the Trap, who's pushed out some really big names,
A lot of
has
talent,
also had cards full of people who've only battled once, maybe twice.
And never
People you
returned.
never hear some. And don't get me wrong, that's part of a weeding out process, but sometimes you could weed out before that. And I thought what we were trying to do was great. I actually, so I actually talked to the Trap about throwing tryout battles for them on our league.
They're having an event, I think, in February where they want battlers that's never battled before. I see No Mercy put that out there, and that's interesting that they're trying to literally take somebody so they can build it from the ground up.
Yeah, but I think Cortez is already doing that with Izzy. With
TOT?
Tears Over Tears.
I mean,
He's already doing that.
I feel like there's a lot of people doing that. Charlie Clips got this thing coming
He's
out.
starting up sometime soon. With Twerk and DNA and
yeah, so it's like for a slot to join their teams, like to get on.
And NWX is doing the same thing. They do a little bracket.
Everybody kind of doing so. I mean, there's a market for everything.
Everything,
it's just
bro.
it's bugged out how many battle rappers are doing it separately.
Yeah, but you know what?
Instead of doing it together.
To piggyback off of
together,
that though, it's like how much do you think? To what extent do you need the smaller leagues? Because you have careers like Daylight, for example, right, where he kind of came up from Grind Time, right? If I'm not
Very
mistaken.
much so.
And there was never really a D League for that in that era. You know what I'm saying? So on his come up, regardless, like at the end of the day, he became who he was without being on a specific league. You know what I'm saying? He was never on a PG.
Grind Time did have tryouts. I remember that.
Yeah.
Because there was one of the biggest tryout battles from Grind Time, Peanut and Fox. You remember?
Yep. Yep. Yo,
That was dope. That was a dope battle.
I think Grind Time had one of the best formats in battle rap. Like,
Right.
Even towards today, I understand that like a Smack and a KOTD are making way more money.
Right.
But I would say like the format of like the quality of battlers we got from Grind Time, like look how many of those Grind Time era battlers are still battling. Like it was a great fucking era. There's dudes that don't last.
You remember?
for real.
You guys remember where Grind Time got it all from WRCs?
Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you could keep going back though if you're gonna keep going back.
And
'Cause
you know
there was
what?
a lot of
You know what's pretty dope about you,
really
Wes?
This is the first for everything.
I'm gonna compliment you on something. You know your shit.
Oh yeah. Fine.
How many people do you know that are in the lane of coming up that don't know nothing?
Oh, yo.
But you know what it is? You said you
I
started
have an
in
issue
05.
when I meet battle rappers who tell me they only battle rap. Like I can respect it, but it's like, wait, so you don't come from the craft of just being an
You know what it
actual
is?
rapper.
I feel like you gotta be cut from a different cloth. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
already gotta be cut from that writer cloth. You know,
Right.
you gotta be a writer first to be a battle rapper.
That's very much so.
You know what I'm saying?
That's very much so.
There's
In my
there
opinion.
is a market for people that just want to be battle rappers now. Which
No,
is,
I mean I
But
think. And
how
I think
often
it's a ridiculous,
do they succeed?
There's a lot of them. I know a lot of them. Like
the Goonies, if I'm not mistaken, they just want to battle rap,
True,
but they can
true.
rap. They can rap.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, yo, I'm not saying that everybody who just battle raps is gonna be bad.
Right,
but I
right.
just think that it's odd that like we've bred an era that they're like just legit battle rappers. Like you
Yeah.
throw a beat on and they could not rap for you.
But that's how
That's not
big
what they
battle
do.
rap's in getting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what it is.
You know what
But
I'm
it's
saying?
like, in that sense, I feel like it causes oversaturation. Yo, there are so many fucking battlers. Like,
And leagues.
You can't count. You can't count them.
We were just here recently with J Murd and Moneybags. We were
Right.
talking about how oversaturated things are.
it's fucking ridiculous.
There's over 19,000 battlers in the world, over 1,000
God
leagues.
That shit is crazy.
I love the global aspect of it, but as far as so many of it comes from the same area where it could just all be together as one. Like you said earlier, like it's
Yeah.
crazy that everybody's not working together. That goes for battle rap media. If everything was under one umbrella.
Imagine if you had more battles like Sharon when he went to Flip Top. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And now
right.
you have Oxy Myron, is it?
Yeah, actually, my
You know, coming to
From
KOTD.
Russia, yeah.
If we had like more international battles, it's like that'll bring it up to.
I mean, I think it'll be, of course, that's a great look. Like, imagine, I mean, we have already are getting international looks. Like you said, Oxy Myron, he comes from Russia. That's
a different lane, though.
He's a fucking, like,
True.
platinum artist out there. Like,
Right.
it's pretty ridiculous. I would say, I mean, I think the biggest problem is so many different lanes are being taken for, like, all right, New York alone, I can have a battle and the very same day,
Yeah.
3 other Golden Squad members have battles on 3 different leagues. Like,
Right.
where are we all supposed to go?
Versus you guys being on one league
Got you.
and all supporting each other and rolling deep, and they say, "Oh, look at that battle rap team."
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look at that. You know, like, it's shit like that. And I think that's definitely part of the issue. It's like, yo, every weekend there's like 3 events. It's like, what the fuck? Like, if there was one league, or, you know, I would just say less leagues, and then with that it just comes less saturation because you have to have less battles. There's some people who, people coming back after like choking 9 battles in a row, all this shit. Like, and I'm saying this as a person who's choked in a battle. I'm just saying it's just like there's people who show progression, and there's people who don't, and there's people who are like taking up space, and it's really fucking rough.
Can you talk about what it's like choking to get an opportunity? Because like when you're in the main stage and you're getting paid, a lot of people will have the mentality of like, well, I'm getting paid. I'm gonna get paid regardless. I'm getting my other half. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Some people don't go prepared. It is what it is, right? They made it already. They stop.
Well,
being
they're gonna
hungry.
stop
they get
doing
complacent.
that.
They have to stop doing that.
No, they're already gonna stop.
But they get complacent.
Leagues are already
What's
cutting
the
that shit out.
feeling like? I choked, and like I'm being looked at to hopefully get a look to be somewhere else.
Yeah.
I think the most important thing after a choke is your battle after.
Mm.
You know, I mean, I come from, it sucks because I come from a time where you choke, you lost, you know? Like, that's what I remember.
You stumbled, you lost.
Yeah.
Yo, for real. Like, yo, you fucking slipped up. You needed to take a breath. It was like, oh, he messed up his verse. Yeah. It was the worst. But you know what? That made motherfuckers go for perfection. Like, you were not messing up nowhere in your verse. So, I say with that, I think the most important thing is the battle after, because if you come out and you choke again, then that's when the real problem is, you know?
Then what do we say about rappers like Chess? Because apparently he just choked in his last battle.
I mean, did you see Chess and Ty Law?
We were there.
Yeah, we were there.
I mean,
and this is like,
he choked against Chef Traz, and he just choked against Gluezy recently.
And this is exactly what I'm saying. This is everywhere you see.
So let me ask you this then: as a battle rapper, when do you think is a cutoff point? You know what I'm saying, for a rapper like Chess to not get that slot anymore?
You see, realistically, the best thing about battle rap is because it's so young. Like, a lot of things are pushed by the fan base, and people still want to see Chess.
Yeah, even throughout it all, they want to
because
see him.
they know he is fire. I do say, we are past the point where we got to stop giving him a pass of being like, yo, but he's the young dude, and you know he's still learning.
How long?
You've been fucking doing this for quite some time.
Or maybe it's like if you get like a step down, if you go back to PGs or something like that. I think that'd be good.
It might be unfair to say, but some people could get away with a choke more than others.
Yeah,
of course.
I say Smack. See this. I think Smack gotta just send him back down.
I agree.
Go back and battle on We Go Hard.
But that goes for every battle rapper, I think. Like, any battle rapper that goes on a decline like that. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I think that's what's best. I mean, yo, you keep putting him on the Smack stage, and he keeps choking. It's like, yo, you're just making it worse for him. People are it's gonna get to the point where people aren't that interest in him is gonna wane off, and it's gonna be like, yo, we don't want to see him anymore because now we expect him to choke.
So do you think there should be like a no choke clause in a contract?
100%.
Well, they've been saying that, and I haven't seen it in effect yet.
I mean, I've seen a couple of leagues say, like, you know, they'll pay half for deposit, and if you fuck up, if you choke, you know, you might not get the full other half or whatever it is. They might deduct something. People work it into the contracts, you know, and I think it's perfect because you're making people right. Yo, I am the king of procrastination when it comes to writing for a battle. Like,
you went to the last week.
Yo, legit.
Yo, but it's muscle memory.
I'm battling Sunday, and I'm still like putting shit together. Like, and I battle Sunday. You know, is that
all right? Do you write better under pressure, or are you just that guy that just?
One is way better under pressure because.
Do you think it's a pressure? Or do you think it's actually the muscle memory? You know what I'm saying? Because you build that up. You battle not so often, but you battle enough consistently.
I would say I've also learned to not over rehearse your material. You over rehearse it. Yo, if you sitting there, you running through it 7 times an hour. You're constantly running through your material. You're at the venue running through your material in the crowd.
Nobody should be at the venue running through the material. Nobody.
No. You should go prepared.
I would say I can understand if you get that time check, like, yo, you got a battle right before yours, and then you walk off and go run through it one time in your mind. You know, just hit a corner. I can understand that. But if you're at the whole event, not enjoying shit, not talking to nobody because you're running through your rounds, you weren't ready for this battle. So I would say I think that's one reason. Part of the process of why I like wait to the end, because it's like, you know what, I'm only gonna run through this so many times where I need to learn it. you know. And then I mean, because I had like within my writing process, I know like I've learned how to remember these rhymes. You know,
Right.
it was a lot harder my first few battles. Like the writing process and the remembering process was really fucking hard. And then you just get into a flow of things. You do it so often, like.
I want to touch on to like you mentioning a little bit about yourself, right?
Fact.
We had a conversation off camera, obviously,
Okay.
a while back when you told us about like your biggest battle, the trap through you.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about like the process of like you getting looks, they finally invest into you, and you trying to use that to take off to finally get seen?
Right. Okay. So I would say, so my first battle was Ice Cold, right? I
Mhm.
didn't do so well. But they had footage of me before that, and they just knew that like I was better than that. So you know, so they gave me another battle. Now the Jay Scott battle was the pen push battle. You know, Jay Scott had battled Clip, your boy Clip already.
Yeah.
Jay Scott, I mean, he battled on RBE. He battled a couple places, and he was doing pretty well on the trap, but he was also inconsistent. So it was one of those things where it's like you're kind of getting a trap veteran, but you're not getting one of our best dudes.
Okay.
But let's see what you do with him. Fucked him up.
Got you.
Fucked him up.
Mhm.
Ran through him. Went crazy because of what me and Ice Cold went through, right? So it was like, all right, cool. You did really fucking good. Then somebody's opponent backed out, like a week before the event. But he was coming from VA. They asked me to step up. I asked me to do them a favor. I stepped up one round, and that was Grits. Me and Grits had a really good battle. You know. So then they was like, all right, cool. I did them the favor. I had the really good Jay Scott battle. Nobody's even worried about the Ice Cold battle no more. They gave me AP. Now, me and AP had become Golden Squad at the same time. So it was a gold on gold battle, and nobody even knew what happened. So, we packed the room, had like the whole Golden Squad there. It was a fucking crazy-ass battle. Intense. He choked second round. I choked third round. Crazy debatable. It's like literally one of the things that come down to what you like in the first round. It's great, but it's a great battle. Even through the choking, we get out crazy material. And that was the battle that set it off for me. I got on BattleRap.com after that. You know,
remember
like,
that.
yeah. So it was like it was the one that set it off. Everyone was talking about me. So right there, it was like. Then that's when it was like, you know what? Next thing we do, we gonna give you a name. They just had to figure out what it was gonna be. Couple months later, they brought up Ty Law, and that was the very next battle. I think that was the next battle I did after AP on the trap. I'm not sure. Oh nah, I did Trap Deuce in between. That.
You know you're my boy.
What's up?
You got outclassed. You got definitely outclassed by Ty Law.
Hell yeah.
But you rapped your ass off.
I did.
Like when I was watching it, like
It's the cadence.
Like when I was watching, I was just thinking to myself, like, damn, he's really like you can tell he put his effort into making this look good.
Yeah.
And he didn't look bad, but just.
I thought what it was.
Actually, I beg to differ. The looking bad part. I think I looked bad. I think performance wise,
Really?
I think
I clearly was not there. Like I clearly wasn't.
You think you could have did better? I liked your round.
I think
I
my
like the
bars were. I think my bars were fucking crazy.
These
I
hands
think
would
it's
literally be
just
breaking
every-
law.
yeah.
Like it was.
Yeah, yo, Law has battled a lot. I've heard a lot of Law flips.
And
I
his
would say,
flow
I
was
think
consistent.
Yeah.
That's what it was. You know what I'm saying?
He
Like,
was- I knew he was gonna do that. You know, I think he was consistent. He wasn't that great either, and I think that's what really kills me about the battle. Cause
You could have.
when you think about the way you see me perform in the past like 7 battles, like you see the aggression is different, the poise is different. I'm a lot more comfortable. That WesCrav battle and that Ty Law I battled, you know, I could have came away with W, and I just didn't seize the
yeah,
opportunity.
because
you know?
I was gonna say like Ty Law is already seasoned a little bit. You know, he
Definitely.
had mad
Oh,
battles already.
mad
So
fucking battles.
at the
So
end of the
that was
day, it's
wild.
like
You think
you
it would
could
have been
tell.
better? You think it would have been more beneficial if it was a 3-rounder? Could have had a better chance.
I don't think it would have been all right. So I definitely say in a 3-rounder, I think I have that advantage against him.
You gain momentum.
I think I think Ty Law is really good in 1-rounders. I think he definitely loses momentum in battles while I gain momentum in battles. I would say 8-minute 1-rounder, man. I hate doing those. It's my only one, and I only did it because I wrote like 4.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Told Mercy like, yo, I got I got this death for him. He was like, oh, that's not a long enough round. I'm like, what do you mean it's not long enough? He's like, yo, he's gonna rap for like 8-9 minutes. Oh, all right, cool. So,
Back to the pad.
all right,
Just back to
cool.
that
So I
shit.
gotta write 4 more minutes of material. I don't rap for that long in one sitting. You know,
Right.
fuck that, man. I got asthma and shit. I'm like, wait, guys, we can't do this, man. Yo, all right, so,
Yeah.
all right, cool. just hands. All right, but yeah, so I was not trying to rap for 8 minutes, but we did rap 8 minutes. So I just think Yo, to be boring against Ty Law is fucking crazy, and I was boring against Ty Law.
I get what you're saying because Ty Law is somebody that you literally have to like really listen to him.
Yo.
He's not entertaining.
Yo,
For a lot of people, I like Ty Law, but I can see why people would get doled out.
He
because
really
of the
just brings
delivery.
punchlines.
Yo, I
But
think
those
Ty Law
punchlines
thought
are
I was
heavy.
old
You know
because
what I'm
his
saying?
references was crazy old. I swear to God, those people in the crowd not knowing what the fuck he was talking about. That's why I was there like, yo, I swear, while he was rapping, I was like, yo, I'm gonna win this battle.
So you felt like it was an opportunity blown, but what did the trap say about it?
So they said, so they think I looked better on camera than I thought I looked. And maybe it's because I'm being hard on myself because, you know, I'm there like, nah, I know I could fucking do better than that.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say they did not think it was bad material, but not one person told me I won, and that says, you know, that says a lot.
I just think what it is like when you saw the battle, you see Ty Law, you feel Ty Law. You know what I'm saying? While we watching you, it's almost like we see you on the come up. You know what I'm saying? You're still trying to feel out how to get your kinks together and everything.
Very
you
much
know,
so.
Tyler already got his flow down back. Period.
You know what I would say also, and I don't know if I should even be admitting this, but I'm just gonna admit this.
The exclusive.
I think something that kind of fucked me up was battling on the trap. All my battles were on the trap when I came up, and then I started battling on Beast Mode. And Beast Mode New York had a way different crowd. We battled in Staten Island.
Isn't that so crazy?
Is that where you would say though, like you got the taste for KOTD more than URL?
100%.
All right, so now we have to talk about what's the difference between the trap, Country Grounds, and Beast Mode. And
yeah, that's what I'm saying because you would think it's kind of the same.
All right, so I would tell you, my whole thought process on this was a rookie mistake. So anybody listening to this should not take this for like, oh shit, there is a difference. But I thought there was a difference. So I was battling on the trap and like, yo, I got a gun barred them to death because they want to hear. It's called the trap. They want to hear all the. They want to hear that talk. So like, I probably shouldn't be talking about this, but we gonna talk about this. Right. I mean, I know it's incriminating, but fuck it, y'all want to hear about it. Let's do this, right? Then I go to Beast Mode and it's like, wait, y'all like jokes? I'm funny. I'm about to tell y'all a joke. Hold on. Let me tell y'all some jokes. Right? And then I couldn't find the balance. So I went back to the trap and was like, after like 3 battles in a row of joking on somebody, I had to go back to being the trap WesCrav, and it fucked me up. But it was my own fault because now I go to County Ground Battle League. Now they told me, like, yo, like, they got warm up to your style. You know, and in my first battle with Twain, it kind of shows like I was like a little like, damn, is the crowd gonna fuck with me? Because I'm a joke around and they're not gonna want to hear that shit. They reacted to it a bit, but my material was a bit shaky, you know. So my second time around, I was like, you know what? Fuck what they think.
Got you.
I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna do everything I know I'm good at. I know when I joke, people laugh. I don't care how tough this room is. Everybody laughs at a joke, and I did that, and it comes across really well. So I learned that I didn't have to change. So if I would have known that battle in Ty Law, I could have, you know. So it's just things you learn along the way. I battled him early. I would say I did earn this shot, but maybe I wasn't prepared for it. Because, I went in there like, oh, shit, Ty Law name. Now, this dude, we battle at the same events. So I looked at him as something like, oh, super high. I might have looked at it too much, like too deep into it. It's just another battle. Everybody is just another battle.
So, moral of your lesson was don't try to change to please these
kind of
crowds
like
and leagues. Stay to who you are.
Yo,
that pleases to people more originality.
Yeah, I mean, you got to understand. Like, all right, the league owner books you. They see your other battles. They know what you do. They're not going to bring you over to come look like a piece of shit. You know, they're not going to bring you over to make you look bad. They want you to have a good battle on their platform.
They don't want you to make their brand look bad.
At all. So, and it's also something I learned on iBattle. Like, I would say iBattle has been like my best streak. Like, I've had 6 battles on iBattle, and every battle I can argue I won.
You and Nova battled on iBattle, right?
We battled on Beast Mode.
Yeah, that was Beast Mode.
Yeah. We battled on Beast Mode. And Nova, that was a fire battle.
Where? Because you guys want to do that DNA and K-Shine thing in the future.
Yeah, man. Listen. So I would say this. I think any team that gets together, any 2-on-2, like, if you're fire, people are automatically gonna say, "Yo, y'all should battle DNA and K-Shine."
Because NWX kind of brought back
they
brought back the 2-on-2 thing.
That's 100%.
They did 100%.
Like,
but what would you say 2-on-2s are relevant today, right now, as of this moment?
They're like all-star games to me.
Like the double impact.
All right, realistically, I think a good battle is always gonna come down to like the bars, right? So if there's a good 2-on-2 battle, shit, it's gonna work, you know. But I would say I'm not sure people want to see double impact cards anymore. Like I'm not sure
You
I
don't
want to
think so?
go. I'm not sure I want to see 7 2-on-2s in one day. Like,
That's a
you
fact.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I might
I don't
not
want to see
wanna
7.
that.
I don't want to see 7 division battles.
wasn't
in a
there
day
All
like-
right,
sometimes.
unless you're gonna do only the teams that are established, like Marv, Quest McCody. You're gonna do
Math and
NW Rex.
Cortez.
I want to see the teams who always team up. I don't want to see some random ass John the
Yeah,
Don and
like
Charlie
Clips.
Clips.
I get
Come
what you're
on,
saying.
yeah,
That
don't
was
do that
crazy.
to us. man.
Clips and
Like,
DNA even.
I-
Like, I don't want to see that.
Even that, like, I
don't see
get
that.
why they're doing it, but I much rather see Clips and Goods because that's like the team you expect. Like, if DNA is gonna rap, I expect to see Sean next to him.
And you know what it is? It's like exactly what you just said. You know what to expect. It's like, yo, we don't know what you're coming with, bro. You could be ass. Like Big T and Saga. It wasn't that good. Wasn't that good, boy.
Yo, yeah, that
a
it
hot
really
take.
wasn't good. It really wasn't good.
But going back to your transitions between all the battle leagues. So now I'm gonna get a little bit more in depth with everything.
talk-
So
talk
when does a battle rapper that's trying to come up on these leagues, when do they start to finally start to see? When do they get out the red?
Shit. So it's hard to say because I would say I'm probably still there. I'm not even sure if I'm out of it yet. You know, I would say I think it's once you make it to one of the leagues, like one of the bigger leagues. You know, some people would say it's when you get paid, but a small league might pay you if you bring enough people. I'm not even gonna say might. Yo, if you bring consistently 10, yo, I don't care who you are. You bring 10 people to every event you at. You should get paid at that event. You bring 20 people to the door. I don't care who you are. If you always bring these 20 people 4 or 5 events in a row, you should start asking for money because you're bringing people. Yo, they charge 25 ahead at the door, 20 ahead at the door. You bring 20 people, you just made that league $400. You know, like you should see it. You should see a piece of that, a third of that. It doesn't matter what it is. I don't care if you give me $100 off that. Like
The reason why I ask, right? Because like hearing like your conversion rates of like people that try to battle and aren't successful, it's just interesting. Like how many people have the desire to want to battle because like you can be somebody that has a lot of effort, you put your heart into it, and you have to go through performance before you see dollar bills. And then when you start seeing some dollar bills, you still have to keep going through performance till you finally get on the main stage or main league.
Yeah, it's kind of
Where does that motivation stay to get there? It's not guaranteed.
Never guaranteed.
See, it's so hard now because I feel like battle rap when it first started, when the DVDs first came out and the leagues, even when the leagues first got online, I feel like it was really merit based. You whooped enough ass, you got the shots you deserve. You could pay for the shots now. It's a lot different now. Like I've seen people whoop ass who been deserved their looks, still not get their looks, you know, or have to crumble and be like,
look at Young Cannon because Young Cannon wins.
Couple hundred and I'm gonna battle this name because fuck it, I know it's gonna give me the look, it's gonna get me. It's worth it to some people it's not, but it's fucked up that at the end of the day it's no longer merit based. Everything is a business.
But see, I agree. Young Cannon definitely needs better looks, but he's already established. Still, I'm talking about the people that haven't even touched a URL, King of the Dot, a Don't Flop, any of these main leagues that they're trying to get to. Like, how do they stay inspired to even get there? And more importantly, what's the process?
Especially since it's oversaturated too.
What's the process of the communication between you, your home league, and the main league that you're trying to get to?
See, it definitely depends on the league that you're on. I would say battles usually are going to circulate no matter what. You can get a battle scene. You can send a battle to fucking Organic. You know, he's someone you could directly reach out to. Not saying he's going to watch it, but you never know. Somebody might come across it. So you can always just send your footage once you get your footage. But when it comes down between like your home league and a league you're trying to get to, that's like a full business deal. Like, this is something you and your league should have sat down, talked about. Like, yo, what are we going to do? What is the plan? What's my next 5 battles? If you're only thinking about what's the next battle, you're not doing enough. You know?
So you got to think long term.
Yeah. I know what the rest of my battle rap year looks like. And it's not even February.
You
And
gotta
I know
plan ahead.
I already know what I'm doing for the rest of the year. Now, I'm not saying all the battles are gonna happen, but everything's lined up for them to happen. So as long, you know, I mean, and then from here it's like it's up to God. If he's gonna let me do it, it's gonna go down the way it should. But at the end of the day, like, you have to fully plan this out, and your league should fully support the idea. Because like, if I say, yo, by December I want to battle Loaded Lux. My league owner should look at me and be like, yo, we can make it happen, but we probably shouldn't make that happen. You know, it's like, so there gotta be some kind of business understanding, and not all leagues are ready to do that. But I think anybody who can call a league home has found that within their league owner, you know, like, I know, I mean, I've met fucking a bunch of different league owners. I've rapped for a couple of different league owners, you know, I've sent footage to different league owners. I've reached out to all kind of league owners. And it's like, you just got to build relationships with people. So as long as they know what your plan is, as long as your home league knows what your plan is, they should be able to reach out to the other league. It's like, it's better if they already have a relationship with that league. But if they don't, you know, you might help bridge that gap. You can be the first artist. Like, you shouldn't stray away. Like, right now, I'm on County Ground Battle Leagues. They never sent nobody to KOTD. They haven't sent nobody to Smack. They haven't sent nobody anywhere yet, you know, as far as, like, the bigger leagues just yet. But they're gonna. It's gonna happen, you know, and you just got to make sure that business is right. And you sit down with the league owners, and once you plan something out, if you like what it is, you know, and it was like, it can be the best move, but most people got to understand that they can't handle it by themselves. Unless you're just going to pay your way through, like, you can't handle it by yourself.
There's an untold story of the battle rapper that's coming up. Like, we finally get a hold of somebody, like maybe at the Trap or like at a PG or a Ground Zero, right? Yeah. And that's when we're like, oh, let me tune into this guy. But there's a story before they even get there. 100%. It's untold.
100%. Like, beat that. B-Dot story, like, he had a lot of battles way before. Like, before he got on the KOTD and URL stage, bro.
Yeah, in LA Battlegrounds, which was his home league in California. And then even then, he was battling in the streets with the DVDs. He has battles up from 08. So, like, every single battle rapper has his untold story that, like, people kind of don't see behind it.
Yeah. Yo, y'all want to hear a dope-ass? I'll tell you a dope-ass battle rap story that nobody's ever heard. It's actually a battle rap story I was told, which is crazy, but I'm a part of the story.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
So, I was supposed to be Jerry West's first battle on the Trap. Jerry West was gonna come to the Trap. So,
but what happened to that?
It's dumb as shit. First of all, it was only because his last name is West and my first name is West. At least it's battle rap. Dead ass. That's why I was even a conversation, right? But he was with doing it, and then he got the URL call to go do the I forgot what was his first PG, but it was like battle WesCrav or go to URL. He fucking chose URL, and I would have chose URL too. But the very first time I meet Jerry West, he tells me the story, and I just look at him like, good, I would have fucked you up, man. Nah, but Jerry West is fucking fire, man.
Did you see his last battle?
Yes, yo, oh my gosh.
Has he not improved?
Fire.
Nah, yo, first of all, Jerry West is, every battle he improves. He's ridiculous.
He's improved a lot.
And I like that he don't battle a lot. It's like, keep him with, yo,
you
him and Wavy, I cannot wait. It just has to, like, eventually, like, I just want to see it happen. Like, I think him and Wavy will be so crazy. Just because they're both two dudes who battle.
But I want to see that Twerk battle first when that come out. I need to see that.
Twerk and Wavy?
Yeah, Twerk and Wavy.
I'm not,
You saw it?
You saw it?
Come on,
I'll give it a login, man.
Yeah, people be Facebook live shit. I ain't gonna lie. I should support the culture a lot more, bro.
Listen, man, I buy every pay-per-view. Come to my house.
No, we all buy.
I buy every pay-per-view. Come to my house, man. We gonna tune in and we can replay and all that.
Wavy was wilding.
Word. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I heard he was killing. It was a rap.
So what's your end goal, bro? Well, not end goal, but like what's the vision with like you already said out. You had you're nearing it out.
Like, so, when they ask you in high school, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Yeah. So what do you see instead of 10 years? Where do you see yourself in 10 battles?
Right. Yo, first of all, I'm 10 battles sounds like a lot. Like, I feel like I already got a lot of battles.
Kind of like Drake.
No. 3 to 5.
No. Realistically, I would say in my next 5 battles, I expect to like have my GZ already. Like, nice. I should already be there. I would definitely say, it's odd. So one thing that puts a little bit of a speed bump in my plan, is the fact that me and Nova were so fire. I'm not gonna lie.
As a duo?
Yeah, because people are gonna want to see that again, and not for nothing, I'm gonna have to put some time into the schedule to be like, yo, me and Nova gotta do another 2-on-2. But it's like, yo, we're not gonna do them for no reason, right? You know. So eventually, the end goal is like, yo, it's either we're gonna fuck up enough teams, or it's like, yo, like K-Shine DNA are gonna have to pay attention to like the underground kids fucking these dudes up, or we just have to go directly to them, you know. But I don't want to waste too many battles with it, you know? Like, I think me and him had a really good first strong showing on the platform, on the league. We're going to be representing. I think we can take this to other leagues, you know, other leagues with good 2-on-2s and take a couple of these guys on. But I would say that would be the only speed bump this coming year. But aside from that, like, a GZ and, like, a King of the Dot look is the goal. Like, so... yeah, 5 battles.
For me,
happen.
I think the 2-on-2 market is special, right? Because it's the only kind of battle where you learn so much, but don't risk your individual stock. It's so great for that.
Yeah,
like you can, and it's so easy to be entertaining. The writing process is way easier.
So
it's fun. So then it becomes fun.
Yeah,
and when it becomes fun,
it makes it easier though, because you would figure it's harder being that there's 2 minds at work. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, ping ponging ideas.
You never bump heads like yo.
You know what it really is. You have to be, and this is why I say
you gotta fuck with the person.
I like seeing teams of people who usually work together. It's not even just fucking with the person, but it's trusting their pen because it's literally like boom, I'm gonna write this punchline, right? It's your turn to write a punchline. Don't write a filler bar. Don't write punch directly out. Like we're just gonna fucking punch back and forth. And go ahead, go do a 4-bar scheme. And you gotta trust that 4 bar is gonna be fire. And when it's not fire, it doesn't fit. It doesn't work. I don't like it. Be real with them, or work on it. That's exactly what it is. Like we had that fusion dance scheme. Like it was literally like a whole idea. Like so we had the idea. But we didn't know how to do it. I literally just wrote out 8 bars of mad shit that rhymed together. And we just picked it apart.
That's what's up.
And it's like...
I fuck with that.
And when you think about something like that, it's like, who really gets the credit for that? It's not what I wrote originally. So it's not like I wrote the whole thing.
But it is a 2-on-2. You're a team.
So it'd be legit. So the whole rhyme is like that. All 3 rounds is just like that. We just trust each other. I'm gonna trust that he's gonna punch his ass off. And like Nova had something to prove. He was coming up off the upset battle.
Yeah.
So
it was an upset.
So when you see Nova this time out, you're like, yeah, this is the Nova we know. This is Nova we need to see. And that's what
that upset battle. Like that first round was crazy. For
I
Nova.
think, so people are gonna argue this. I think Nova wins the battle because I think Nova won the first 2 rounds. I truthfully believe Nova won the first 2 rounds.
Second round was too short.
I don't think upset second round was that good.
But like, do we really care about that if it's too short?
Nah, his third round was the really short round.
Both the last 2 rounds were short.
I think overall his 3 rounds were written shorter than upsets. Like
I'm gonna be honest. I think
he
the only
seemed to
reason...
do 2 minutes the first 2 rounds and then do like a minute and a half that third round. Like he had really short rounds.
Nova's definitely more lyrical than upset. That's no question.
Yeah. But you know what I think that lost
him
him is the comic book bars. Because it's like that wasn't the crowd for it. You know what I'm saying? And it's like at the end of the day, to me, it's like, that's Nova though. You know what I'm saying? When he's spitting about that stuff, but at the same time, I feel like there's certain crowds that's just not gonna accept it.
That scheme works in many other places.
Hey, if that was on KOTD, that would have been a beast stirred.
But Nova's smart. Because it's like, you know what? I'm not going to change it. It's about that being comfortable no matter where you are. Exactly. I'm not changing for the crowd.
That goes back to what you said.
And he already has a fan base too. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You guys already his fan base is going to love him. We were on the side like, woo, because he was wilding out. That comic book shit was great. That Batman scene was amazing.
That's perfect.
Like, the Red Hood, bro? That shit was
amazing.
That's perfect to what you said about like not changing your style. Because he went there with that scheme, that style. It lost. And he said, you know what? My bars weren't whack. It just wasn't. This wasn't the place for it.
But you're not gonna win all the time either.
I'm not gonna change who I am.
But what did he do the second time around? 2-on-2. You was there.
He did his thing.
But we didn't change the style.
He didn't. He completed the same thing all over again.
Completed the same thing.
It's funny. You guys even made fun of it. You was like, like Nova.
Yeah.
In that battle with Upset, everybody was kind of upset.
Yo, so it's one of them things where it's like, yo, you know what? So they didn't like it. But we're not going to change the style. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to beat it down their throat. We're not going to change. It's exactly who we are. And if y'all going to laugh at it because y'all don't like it, well, we're going to laugh at it with y'all. But we're not going to become...
It's kind of like there's a line I wrote in one of my poems and shit where I said, I'm not earning my respect. I'm fucking taking it at the end of the day. It's one of those things. Like, why would you sacrifice your self-character for somebody else?
No, you can't.
Not possible, bro.
You can't. I mean, you know what it is?
Succeed like that.
If Nova goes too far out of his lane, you're going to be able to tell. Like, Nova, you expect certain things from Nova. Like, And like, so when Nova gets, like, when he doesn't have energy in a round, you're lost because you're like, yo, nah, we like Nova when he turns up. Nova should be turning up. So when he's not turning up, you kind of take, you're taken aback by that. So I think certain things like that, like, are definitely gonna affect battle rappers on the come up. Because same thing with me is like, if I go not joking on somebody, like, it's like, what is he up there doing? Why is he so serious? Like, come on, man. Like, that's what you can't do that. You can't take it so serious.
Or going back to your goal, right? King of the Dot.
Yes.
What battlers from King of the Dot kind of like inspire you or motivate you? Like, yo, I want to get there, or kind of have some kind of like burn for you to like say, oh, yo, I want to be to this level where like maybe we could compete, or you kind of push me to be greater than what I am now.
Matter of fact, just to piggyback off that question too, was like, because I'm a big fan of Eddie I too. Like I think his KOTD battle versus Saint is fire. So it's like when you see that, being that he's from Beast Mode as well, right?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? How does that motivate you to get there even further?
It's crazy. He said it before I got to, so you cheated.
Shit.
So
did our homework.
Nah. But to answer your question, I would say the thing that made me want to get to KOTD was actually the crowd. I think they're very open to. I think they'll be susceptible to my style. I'm very versatile. Like, yo, I can get away with saying the nerdiest shit and gun bars, and like I walk a fine line that I don't see a lot of other battle rappers walk, and it's like, and I think that's great for me in that sense. So now my answer would be it's the same thing. It's the crowd, but also Eddie I. Because I look at Eddie I like, damn, I had a classic on Beast Mode with Eddie I.
Salsa picante, yo.
He don't agree with me anymore. At the time, he thought it was a classic too. Yo,
right,
you ask Eddie now, he's like, nah, I hate that shit, man.
I'm on KOTD now.
I was stumbling. I hate that shit. Yo, he hates that battle. Yo, but it was a fucking classic. But with that, I look at it like, yo, I had a classic with Eddie I, who is about to go wreck KOTD. He's already showing it. Yeah. His Saint battle. His I think it's Pepe. What's like his? It's Pepe that he battled first, right?
Pepe.
Yeah, he had a battle before Saint on King of the Dot. He had a GZ. He battled like Pepe or something.
And I'm mistaken.
Like
I thought Saint was his first.
Nah, Saint is the second one. Yeah, Saint is the second King. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
and that car he was
so
on,
I look at it like, yo, it proves my point. I think me and Eddie I in a lot of ways are very similar. I think we're different stylistically, but we still like we just have like similar. Like the way we deliver things and things like that. I think we're both really good at our niches, So with that, I look at his success and I'm like, yeah, I 100% can do that. And I think it proves what I initially thought. Like, yo, I think that fan base would really fuck with me. So that's why. And I'm not saying that Smack wouldn't, because I wouldn't change my style for Smack either. But I would say that I just think King of the Dot gives me the option to battle so many different kinds of battlers. Like, nothing against Smack, but when you look at the style of most of their battlers, everybody's gun bar, like, violence,
so what would you
heavy.
Say? Actually, yeah, because if you think of Sharon going on URL TV, you're like, yo, what the hell is Sharon doing on there? But at the same time, it's like he can hang. He's like the URL killer or something like that. Amazing.
Yeah, I think he did amazing. But then, in the same token, you kind of look at Disaster, who did better against Tay-Rock. But when he went up there against Rex, it was terrible.
Right.
Yeah, he wasn't terrible.
It's funny, I was watching that battle today.
But they did not take to him at all.
No.
Not at all.
And
he was freestyling a lot.
Real Deal did really good when he went to URL.
You saw Rex.
He battled
This is taking it back. When Rex battled Awkwards.
Yeah.
Rex first came out and he was being really gangster in the crowd. Like, he was like the enemy and the crowd didn't really like him. And then Rex started joking on him. And he won that crowd over. It fucked Awkwards up. Because he thought Rex was going to do Rex and be gangster the whole battle. Nah, Rex set him up. Was gangster in the beginning of the first round. And then
he played around.
Started joking on him. Put the hat on.
Perfect.
Shit.
That was perfect.
And that's how Rex won that battle. It's like, yo, you gotta you gotta be able to expand. But it's like, I think that kind of variety is at King of the Dot, which is why I want to go there. Because, yo, realistically, if I go into a battle and don't think my pen is getting pushed, I'm going to be trash, which is really fucked up. It's a really fucked up thing, which is why I'm glad I'm at a space where I get to be a little picky. I'd be like, nah, I don't want to battle rap person. I'm not gonna lie. I don't say no.
You gotta be picky.
I might have only said like no like twice, 3 times. I don't really say no to a lot of battles.
Well, in the position you're in, like I'm saying, not saying you specifically, but somebody that's in your spot, they can't say no, really.
You know what's fucked up?
But
it's weird. I like half agree with that and half don't agree with that.
Why?
Because I would say very early on, I was being picky about who I battled. Like, like on the trap, they only gave me battles that made sense. They kind of showed me what a path looks like. If you really look at what they did, it was like the tryout battle with Ice Cold. Then I got the shot battle with Jay Scott. Then I got the like, yo, I'm going to do this for the league 1 rounder with Grits. Then I got the blow up battle that I had with AP. Boom, shot. Tylo. 5 battles, 5-6 battles. They kind of show me what the path is. Same thing with Beast Mode. Like, Beast Mode was my initial, like, yo, I'm going to go to KOTD. They're a Toronto league. Yeah. So it's like, the thing that happened was that I have a great battle with Eddie I, and then I battle Sweeney, and then we become I battle. And then the roster expands, Gotcha. So it's like there's a lot more people on this roster now. So, and it's not the same trajectory. Yeah. Now, some people are trying to go to URL, some people are trying to go to KOTD. Yeah. But
feel you.
It got to be difficult to run like any league. I would say I can't imagine what it was like to run iBattle, who had an old roster and a new roster. That has to be fucking ridiculous.
Imagine just trying to recruit, man.
Well,
so many, right?
You said earlier.
And it's difficult. It's crazy. Yo, it's fucking crazy because it's like, when you have so many, it's like, you go into that chat room, right? Be like, who's top 10 in here? People are giving you like a list of 20 because they can't even do 10.
For real.
And they're being dead serious. They're not even doing this to like put their friends up there. No, they're dead serious. Like, everybody in here is really good. So it's like, well, it also becomes a real crowded market.
Beyond the fact of it being crowded, then it becomes competitive.
You know what's odd? I don't think it's really that competitive. I think I battle moves really differently. Like, I think we completely move as a family. In the sense of like we're all friends. Friends is a loose term
to a certain degree.
I don't want to say friend, like but we associate well in battle rap.
Good acquaintances.
Yeah, we're acquaintances in that sense. So, but it's like in the realm of battle rap, I'd be like, yo, I really fuck with these people. Like, I see them at an event. I show them love. Like, I've done favors for people. I've had people do favors for me. Right. We show each other love. We smoke with each other. We drink with each other. We have a real good time at these events. Like, that's real shit. And I think iBattle was like one place where that sense of like family is like really big. Where I have the comfortability of like, I rap wherever the fuck I want. But like, if iBattle has a good battle for me, they want me to do something, we can do that. Like, it's never anything. So I think that's really dope. And you don't get that at a lot of battle leagues because I feel like other battle leagues have that competition. Like, you have rappers like, I'm the best in here. Whereas, like, you ask somebody in iBattle who's the best in here, they name 3 people. Like I said, is that, and it's not even really about being humble because you bring up another league and like, nah, iBattle gonna fuck them up, and they change their tone, and it's dope. Everybody back each other up in that sense.
At what point in your career do you think you should start saying that I am the best? You know what I'm saying? Because at some point you're gonna have to separate yourself from the herd.
It comes with accomplishments.
Yeah, I think people, the only person I've ever seen say they're the best and then become the best was Lil Wayne. I think everybody else I've ever seen be the best were like crowned the best. Like, so I would say, and I know that's like a musical reference and not battle rap, but I've never seen like
that's a good.
Everybody considers somebody else the best. I think everybody has a different like battle rapper who they think the best. Some people might say Mook, some might say Lux, some might say Hollow, whoever you think. But I've never really heard Dumb proclaim that. In a battle, maybe, yeah, but there's not somebody at the forefront talking about like they're the best. I think right. Daylight was the only one that was talking about becoming the most popular. I think he's been the only one to push being a like enigma #1 figure. I don't think anybody really strives for that, which is really fucking odd to me because why else are we going versus each other? On the flyers, it says versus. Like, we should be, like, I'm cool with battle rappers, but, like, there's people who be like, yo, I won't battle that person because he's my man. It's like, if it's really your man's, that's different. But, like, I don't know nobody that well in battle rap.
Does that really play a factor, though? Like,
for some people, yeah.
Yo,
why? Like, what's the main factor? Why wouldn't you battle your homeboy?
I would say if your homeboy knows that you be pushing your grandmother down the stairs and shit, like, you might not want to battle him. He might blow that spot. Like, nah. I'm just saying, no. I don't know why people think that. You know what's crazy? If someone told me battle my homeboy, me and my homeboy writing 6 rounds together, we gonna sit there and write all this material together, and we're gonna have a classic. Tell me to battle my mans. I am with that. That sounds fire. Like, I want to do that. I mean, and I don't got nobody that close. I already battled Desert Eagle. I think Desert Eagle be the only person. And like, you know what? Desert Eagle and Tower. And I battled both of them already. So it's like, other than that, I can't see nobody in battle rap that I'd be like, nah, I'm not going to battle rap them because that's my man. Like, I battled, even Golden Squad. Like, yo, we'd battle out of competition. It's come up, like...
It's like Slaughterhouse. I remember Joe Budden saying in an interview, like, they battle each other. Like, him, Crooked Eye, and
Oh, yeah, they have sponsors all the time.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
That's how they stay sharp.
Yeah.
If we're not going to sharpen each other's swords, like, we're going to go out there against other people.
But that's family right there. You know what I'm saying? That's family.
We know. We would violate each other. Like, it's happened. Like, Peps battled X to Dawn. Like, a couple people battled already, man. Like, I mean, it happens. Like, and I think it's going to continue to happen. I think that's really good, though. Like, and that's why I don't understand why nobody's trying to proclaim, like, being the best. It's super subjective. I've seen people die in battles, talk about they won battles. Like,
I swear to God, bro. Like, not even to segue.
Hetty said he won.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Hetty said he beat me.
When?
Constantly.
What?
Anytime I bring up beating him online.
He choked 2 rounds.
He choked, like, bad.
He said he won.
How do you win?
This is my thing. Yo, Hetty, you my man. So I'm not gonna say I'm not doing this. But what I'm trying to prove is the fact that battle rap is very subjective. Because you know what? At the end of the day, because it wasn't judged, he has every right to say.
It's kind of like Big
and
K.
It's
Big
fucked up because I sit there and be like, yo, you shouldn't be able to even say that, man. But he can because it wasn't judged. Yo,
that's Big K's point that he says all the time.
There should be at least records for the coming up in the home leagues. That's kind of how, like, hey,
nobody can figure out how to judge. No one can figure out how to judge it. Yo, I've talked to.
There's no way.
But there is ways. I feel like there is ways to judge a battle.
You know who I trust?
Concretely.
You know who I trust judging battles? People that edit footage. Have to watch it like 3-4 times minimum. Not just him. Avocado's big, but there's tons of people that edit footage. What about the people that editing the traps footage, the iBattle footage, the Beast Mode footage?
I would tell you that when
what if they're not even in the battle rap and they're just doing it for the job?
They're still watching it.
Yeah, I think that is a good point.
True.
I would say when we had the league, we judged our battles, right? So me and Desert Eagle battle, we had 10 judges.
Damn.
Now the reason we did 10 judges is because you know what it is though. It's like because you get a real,
variety of opinions.
Exactly.
I get it.
Like the person who won the battle won 7-3 in votes.
Gotcha.
But
decisive.
That lets them know, like, even though some people liked you because you were dope, the overall consensus is that you lost this battle. Now it's a flawed system because it's still subjective. Then
it could be 5-5.
Further on, we came up with like a
majority.
point system. We came up with a little bit of a point system.
Mm-hmm.
You shake the room, you get a point. Kind of like you really like tally what people are doing within a battle. When you punch, like things that are happening, like just when you fire. The problem with that is it's
still flawed,
but it's still subjective because the people who are doing the tallying are still picking what they like. Now, when you're getting reaction in the room, you're picking based on the room. But when it comes to individual punches, what about if you just like that punch and you give it a tap? So it still becomes subjective. So it's hard because you also can't just base shit off of room shaking. Dot said I dropped classic after classic after classic, and the room shook for 3 minutes. He didn't even say anything yet, and the room shook for 3 minutes. Do you give him a point for that? I mean, like, yeah, because he's so dope he can shake the room. But he also said fucking nothing. So it's like, if we were in the middle of the streets, you couldn't say that. Like, we're gonna. we're just gonna look at you and be like, all right, continue. Like we're waiting for the next bar. Like we don't want to hear that shit.
It's kind of like that first battle that kind of brought battle rap to life. You know what I'm saying? Remember Kool Mo D versus Cool G Rap or something like that?
Okay,
yeah. That battle, it was kind of like entertainment versus bars.
Yeah,
so I think it was cool.
so.
I think it was Kool Mo D that came with the bars, heavy lyrical. You know what I'm saying? And Cool G Rap was there.
No, other way around, because Cool G Rap is a fucking beast. Yeah.
Nah, but in that was it the
other way around?
Yeah, other way around. My bad. He was the one, with all the lyrics, and the other dude was rocking the party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like I remember that era. He was like, oh. At the same time, what kind of switched it was like the freshness of the lyricism. It wasn't just about the party anymore. You know what I'm saying? New elements were brought into the picture.
I think, yeah, very much so. I mean, you see, the hip hop discussion is very odd because every generation, the following generation sound whack to that last generation.
Right.
You know,
always.
Like my parents don't like 90s rap. They love 80s rap though. My dad, he'll recite Sugar Hill Gang. Yo, I wish my dad was here right now. He'd have said the whole rappers like on the mic right now. Like my dad loves that shit. Like it's a big rap song. It was the first rap song. You know, it was the first commercial rap song, I should say. But it was the first one to blow. Then in the 90s, it's like that's the era of rap I really like. Like and I'm lucky enough to be part of an era where we kind of had like that 90s, 2000. Yeah, we had that mass where like our music was good. Like our generation of music was good for a little bit longer. And then like in like 2003, 4 when Snap and everything happened, it kind of like died out. And then you look at the generation where hip hop is now. It's like dudes aren't even like fully rhyming no more. It's like singing is a big part of like rappers can't just rap anymore. You have to either also produce, you have to also fucking sing, you have to play the guitar, you have to be a savant, you have to be able to solve a Rubik's Cube and shit. Like it's fucking the shit you gotta be able to do to like.
But to relate that to battle rap, it's like, look what they're doing today. Like Mo Moolah breaking the bottle over this dude's head. Who did he break it over?
Benji.
You know what I'm saying? Breaking it over Benji.
Free Benji, as a matter of fact. Free Benji.
All the prop shit is some whole other shit. But I think what he's kind of saying is the transition of styles, as how it's like there's more things that's more acceptable, how we have more leeway to things, how things have changed, how it's not as gritty, how it's not as competitive.
I would say
it is competitive, but the rules and standards have changed of it.
Yeah.
I would say though, as a fan of Coliseum battles, right? Because I saw Benji Low have somebody break a bottle during a Stone Cold bar, he said in a previous battle. No, I wasn't there live. But what I'm saying is like I watched the battle. Benji Lolo was battling Vic Hustle. He said something about Stone Cold. Somebody broke a glass bottle in the background, right? And he said sound like Stone Cold coming, shook the whole fucking room, right? So Mo Moolah hitting him with the bottle was in reference to that. Now I would say on the entertainment factor, if Benji and Mo had that set up, I'm all with the shit. That's fine. That might have been them setting up a moment in a battle. They might have just wanted to do that. Benji was just about to get locked up. It's like, yo, why not give him another World Star moment? I'm not saying I got behind the scene fact. I don't know if this is the fact. But I'm saying is that if that was the plan, I 100% back that up. I 100% get why you would do that. Now, if he hit him with a bottle,
just to hit him.
So hit him with a bottle for an antic, and he didn't know about it. Nah, fuck that. The wallet shit.
That shit was wild.
Son going through the wallet.
So wild,
yo, I think there's a lot of shit I don't understand why it's fly. Now I'm not saying just snuff a dude like or frip, but I'm not gonna lie. All that wallet shit, the battle's not continuing. Like it's unfortunate.
Let's get back to these bars, man.
Nah, this footage ain't coming out. We gotta stop all of this because that's crazy.
It's
like
super crazy.
There's a different. I can understand. I think people should be trying to do more entertaining shit within their battles.
You were there in the country ground battle with Lola Fitz and Yoshi G. The whole entourage got on and threw panties at her.
Panties and shit like that, bro.
Listen, I have so much respect for Yoshi G. She came to Dolo from Georgia.
Right.
Battled Lola Fitz in her home.
In fact.
She did a thing.
Got like 10 panties stolen to her from the whole entourage.
Mad panties.
Left with the win.
Were they new? I hope they were new.
I hope they were new. I really hope they were
nasty.
New. She got lucky Lola choked though.
I hope it wasn't any of theirs.
She could have easily got killed in the building.
Yeah.
I mean, performance-wise, yeah, but Yoshi G was getting it in with the bars, though.
Facts.
Yeah, you see,
You know
I
what
feel
I'm
like
saying?
Lola was getting reaction for like, all right, she got real big reaction for the Joe Scrap disc, but that shit had nothing to do with Yoshi. So,
Facts.
so it's like, it gets reaction, but it has nothing to do with the battle. So it's like, shit like that.
It's
I
for the
find a little,
camera, you know
like,
what I'm saying?
yeah, that I understand, but it's like, all right, cool. So you got Shorty Yoshi who's coming here and just cutting your head off. She's only dissing you, and you dissing everybody else. Like, who
And
am I
I'm
say
sure
won
Yoshi
that
G
battle?
had more in the tank.
Yeah.
I'm sure she had way more.
I think they were thrown off by the energy in the room. I think it's fucked up. Yo, I don't care if you don't really like what's going on up there. It's like, get up there. If you could laugh, you could get up there and rap too, right? If you can't rap, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Let them
for
do their thing. Them two young ladies travel. Oh, excuse me. That's why I hate drinking beer, man. My fault. The two young ladies travel like to come do their thing. You said Shorty came from Georgia. It's like, yo, you go
crazy.
let her come from Georgia, like, and then y'all
Not
go
get love.
y'all go talk while she rapping. That shit mad corny.